Hello, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, I'm going to talk about specifically about the cavernous sinus. Here you can see in this diagram, it is actually the coronal view of the cavernous sinus, coronal section of the cavernous sinus. Here you can see the the green one is the parameter. Then in this which orange shade, this layer is arachnoid matter, and the light pink, which is most intimate with the bone, here you can see is the dura mater. Dura mater is again like all the sinuses, it has got two layers. The most intimate with the bone is the endosteal layer. The other one, which is more close to the other meninges, is meningeal layer. Between these two layers of the dura mater, we have cavernous sinus. So here you can see the cavernous sinus. There are certain structures which are passing through the lateral wall of the cavernous sinus, and these from above downward you can see oculomotor nerve, trochlear nerve, then ophthalmic division of trigeminal nerve, then maxillary division of the trigeminal nerve, then abducent nerve, and beside that here you have got internal carotid artery. This internal carotid artery, the red one here, you can see it actually passes through the substance of a cavernous sinus, whereas all these nerves except for the abducent nerve, they are passing through the lateral wall, and this abducent nerve is passing infralateral to the abducent nerve. So the mnemonic for remembering these the structure is simple. I use tomcat, T for trochlea, O for oculomotor nerve, then M for maxillary division of trigeminal nerve, then ophthalmic division of trigeminal nerve, and CA for carotid, internal carotid, then abducent. You can remember these are different structures passing through the cavernous sinus, and it is these structures are there. What actually this artery contains the arterial blood, which is artery which is warm in warm blood, and the surrounding cavernous sinus, it has got venous blood, which is bit colder than the warm blood. Actually, this there is exchange of heat between these two bloods, so that the brain can receive the blood with normal range of temperature. That's why this internal carotid artery course of in case of the running animals like zebra and cheetah, it is bit more tortuous and their course is bit longer than the cavernous sinus, because running animals they need better thermal exchange. So here you can see another diagram, internal carotid artery passing through the substance. This is the pituitary gland, and these are the oculomotor. Then we have trochlear, then maxillary division of ophthalmic division of trigeminal nerve, then maxillary division of trigeminal nerve, then infralateral to the internal carotid artery is abducent nerve, then internal carotid artery. This internal carotid artery, it passes through the substance of the cavernous sinus, and this is called carotid siphon. Carotid siphon. Siphon is a place where two waters, they cross each other without getting mixing with each other. If this arterial blood and this venous blood, they get mixed with each other in case of cavernous fistula, which I will be discussing in my next video. So what will happen, I will discuss it later on. And here you can see the tributaries of the cavernous sinus. This is the ophthalmic vein, which is draining the orbit directly into the cavernous sinus in its anterior part, then sphenoparietal sinus, then middle meningeal vein, and posteriorly we have got sinus. This is superior petrosal sinus, which joins the sigmoid sinus here, then inferior petrosal sinus, which after passing through the jugular vein here and joins the sigmoid sinus to become a jugular vein, and posteriorly on the region of the clivus, this cavernous sinus is actually joining the basilar venous plexus, and this basilar venous plexus is continuous inferiorly with the vertebral venous plexus around the spinal cord, and two cavernous sinuses, they are actually joining each other through this anterior and posterior cavernous sinuses, intercavernous sinuses. So here the relationship of the superior ophthalmic vein and joining the posteriorly into the cavernous sinus is important, which I will be discussing in my any other of the next video. And this inferior ophthalmic vein is also, which is not shown in this particular diagram, is also running into the cavernous sinus. This is another diagram. Superior ophthalmic vein is joining into cavernous sinus here. Superior petrosal sinus, transverse sinus, straight sinus, great cerebral vein. This is basilar venous plexus, and it is continuous inferiorly with the vertebral venous plexus. Here you can see the inferior petrosal sinus, which is joining the to become a jugular vein, and this is sphenoparietal sinus, and this is the cut section of the superior sagittal sinus. I hope I had made myself clear about the cavernous sinus. Here you can see this is the inferior ophthalmic vein, and it is inferiorly continuous with the pterygoid venous sinus. This particular diagram or picture is about the carotocavernous fistula, which I will be discussing in my next video. Thank you very much.